How's life? What's happening? What's new?
Every morning in a metro, I notice the same quiet ritual. People packed close together, barely speaking, but everyone has their earphones in.
I exactly get that. Somebody looks happy and they just look worlds apart, as if something is happening, somebody is running from something. And what's wild is physically that nothing emotional is being transmitted. So your phones are just making air move back and forth.
So the emotion isn't in the earphone, it is encoded in pattern.
Yeah, nobody looks happy and sad just like that. It's more like pressure changing with time. Like pressure as a function of time. Think of it like Morse code. Dot, dash, dot. Doesn't mean anything on its own, right? But arranged in time, it suddenly becomes a language. Music works the same way. It's a signal, a waveform.
So when we say music moves us, what do we exactly mean is certain patterns of vibration move us?
Exactly. And once you accept that, you can ask a dangerous question. Can we understand these patterns mathematically?
Here is something that always bothered me. A flute and a guitar play the same notes, same pitch, but they feel completely different. Almost like two people saying the same sentence with different emotions.
Because the pitch you hear is just a fundamental frequency, but wrapped around it are overtones, extra frequencies riding along quietly.
Like accents in a speech.
Perfect analogy. Same word, different accents, different emotional impact. Mathematically, it's like sound is equal to fundamental frequency plus harmonics. You know, F1 plus F2 plus F3 and so on.
So timbre is basically personality.
Now here's where physics moves in. Most systems, strings, air columns, atoms, even circuits, when disturbed slightly, want to oscillate. And the simplest oscillation looks like sine of omega t.
So sine waves aren't special because we chose them.
Yeah, so they're special because nature chose them.
So if sine waves are nature's favorite, what happens when motion gets complicated?
Fourier asked exactly that. And his answer was shocking. Any reasonable signal can be written as a sum of sine waves.
Like breaking a chord into individual notes.
Exactly, but in math language, it kinda looks scary.
Like you when angry.
That's not what I mean, Pulkit. What I mean is, mathematically the formula could be f of t is equal to a naught plus summation of n is equal to 1 to infinity of a n cos omega t plus b n sin omega t.
But conceptually, it's saying complexity is just many simple things layered together. But here is where it gets uncomfortable. Try to represent a perfect square wave, something with instant jumps.
You'll never quite succeed. No matter how many terms you add, you get ripples near the edges.
Like water stops when you suddenly stop.
But that's the gift phenomena. Sharp changes require infinitely high frequencies. Nature charges a price for sharpness.
Nature charges a price for sharpness. Up to now, we have been watching signals unfold in time. But Fourier flips the question. Instead of what happens when, it asks what frequencies exist. F of omega is equal to integration of f of t e raised to the power minus I omega t dt.
So it's not a different reality, just a different map.
Like switching from a travel diary to list of destinations.
People often ask if frequency is so important, why can't we perceive it directly?
Because our senses evolved in time, not frequency. We experience events, not spectra. Fourier gives us a microscope our intuition doesn't have. This is where compression gets genius.
MP3s throw away frequencies your brain barely notices, like removing the background chatter in a park, but keeping the conversation.
So smaller files, same emotions.
Yeah, okay. Images do the same trick in space. Brightness varies over position. High spatial frequencies mean edges. Text, hair, sharp lines. GPG removes those first. That's why compression makes images blurry, not just darker.
One of my favorite applications is machine diagnostics. A healthy machine vibrates with known frequencies. A cracked gear introduces a new one. So Fourier lets engineer hear the problem before machine fails.
Electronic components behave different at different frequencies. Capacitors block DC but pass AC. Inductors do the opposite. So we use the transfer function, which is h omega, the frequency fingerprints of the system.
This leads to one of the most beautiful results in engineering. Convolution in time can be written as multiplication in frequency. It's like assembling furniture. Doing it piece by piece is hard, but doing it modularly is easy.
Also, heat equations tell a poetic story.
Like you do.
Yeah, exactly like mine. Each Fourier mode decays like e to the power of minus k squared t. So high frequency temperature patterns die fast, which is why sharp temperature differences don't last. Heat smooths the world.
And boundaries matter. A vibrating string can only support specific frequencies, standing waves. So constraint creates harmony.
Now the big question. Is the uncertainty principle a Fourier limitation?
Yes, position and momentum are Fourier pairs. Delta x into delta p is equal to h by 2.
So, uncertainty isn't failure. Narrow time signal requires broader frequency spread.
It's structure. So, when I see people in metro now, I don't just see earphones. I see waves shaping motion. I see complexity built from harmony.
And that's the lesson.
Reality isn't noisy,
It's musical.
and Fourier taught us.
How to listen.
Thank you for watching.
And stay connected for more such conversations.
Thank you. Bye.